You ever look back on a relationship and think, how did I miss that? Like the moment they said their ex was crazy? Or when they got weirdly defensive over the word accountability? Or when you shared your feelings and they replied with,
"You're being dramatic."
yeah, that part. And somehow you stayed. You forgave. You rationalized. You made vision boards and excuses at the same time. Because red flags are hard to notice. Actually, no. They're not that hard to notice. We're just really good at explaining them away. Let's be honest. Red flags aren't subtle. They don't whisper. They wave in bold Arial font in all caps. But love has a way of turning hazard lights into holiday decorations. It's not that we don't see the red flags, we just painted them pink. They said, "I don't really do labels." And your brain went, "Oh, emotionally free? No expectations? Sign me up." They said,
"I'm not great at texting back."
and you said, "Mystery, I love a little challenge." They insulted their ex in the first 10 minutes and you were like, wow, honesty, we love that. Spoiler alert, if someone tells you who they are in the beginning, listen, it's not a puzzle, it's a preview. And if you stick around for the whole movie, I promise you, the ending is not worth it. Some of the biggest red flags don't look dangerous. They look cute, charming, even flirty. Let's break some down. Number 1,
"I don't do drama."
what they mean is, if you express a basic human emotion, I'll call it drama and call myself the victim. It's not chill, it's avoidance with good branding. Number 2,
"I'm just really focused on myself right now."
it sounds mature, right? Like they're working on their goals and going to therapy or something, which somehow still includes consistent texts, sleepovers, and emotional dependence until you ask, what are we? Number 3,
"My ex was crazy."
nope, you're about to be added to the list of crazy exes who were actually just setting boundaries. Number 4, love bombing. Day 3, and they're staring at you like they just found the last frozen hash browns at Trader Joe's. But obsession isn't the same as connection. You're not the last hash brown, you're a whole person. And sure, it feels flattering until you realize they're just hungry and not ready. Number 5, they joke about being toxic.
"I'm such an asshole."
Cool, and I'm just here for character development apparently. Okay, but why do we do this? Why do we ignore what's clearly waving in our faces? Maybe because when you want to believe in something, you'll excuse anything. You'll turn, "He only texts after 11 p.m. into, "He's just busy during the day." You'll turn, "She avoids every deep convo" into, "She's just independent." We want connection so badly, and I don't blame you. We'll romanticize discomfort, we'll create potential out of chaos, we'll confuse what feels familiar with safety, especially if we grew up around dysfunction. It's not that we don't know better, it's that sometimes knowing better still doesn't feel like enough to leave. So why do red flags feel like beige, blush pink, or slightly edgy maroon in the moment? Let's dig a little deeper. Reason 1, you're leading with compassion instead of clarity. You want to understand them. You see their pain, their struggle, their little inner child who never got hugged. So instead of asking, "Is this safe?" you ask, "What happened to them?" And now instead of building a relationship, you're building a case for why they deserve another chance. So do you regret how you handled that fight with Amy?
Not really. I just think if people understood me better, I wouldn't need to apologize. Like, what? I need to apologize for being myself?
That's not how accountability works. He's just very self-aware, like offensively self-aware. It's his thing, okay? But it's not a free pass for someone to treat you badly. Compassion is beautiful, but when you have to translate disrespect, you're doing too much. Reason 2, you're too focused on being chill. You want to be the cool one, the unbothered one. You want to be their peace, right? So now you downplay everything, even when something's clearly very wrong. You don't want to overreact, so you underact repeatedly. You tell yourself you're just being easygoing, but really, you're swallowing every boundary like it's a breath mint. You're not chill. You're just afraid of being honest with yourself because then you'll have to leave, and leaving is hardly easy.
Sorry for being 2 hours late.
Oh, no worries. I love waiting in dimly lit parking lots. It's like my whole aesthetic. He had you waiting for 2 hours by yourself? Yeah, I just didn't want to make a big deal out of it. You were outside for 2 hours in the dark, Amy. I know, I journaled. Growth. Reason 3. You focus on the potential, not the pattern. You see the version of them they could be. You believe in their growth arc more than they do. You're basically dating the theoretical version of them, the 2.0 update that hasn't dropped yet. And listen, hope is sweet. But when you start mentally writing their character development while they're still ghosting you every other Thursday, that's not hope, that's delusion. So, he's kind of rude. He doesn't walk you to your car, doesn't respond for days, and now he forgot your birthday? Yeah, but if he went to therapy, he'd be amazing. He just needs one good breakthrough. Or maybe an ayahuasca retreat somewhere in Peru. Girl, he couldn't even commit to brunch. You're not dating a person. You're dating a trailer for a movie that never got made. They might mention they're working on themselves, and you probably tell yourself they're not toxic, they're just in progress. But no one should have to be rebuilt just to love you right. You are not their self-help book. Close it. Red flags don't always feel loud. Sometimes they feel like a subtle anxiety in your chest when you're around them, which you might mistake for butterflies. Ever notice how difficult it is to sleep next to them? They also feel like over-explaining yourself just to avoid being misunderstood, or telling your friends it's not a big deal when it absolutely is, or you might even feel like you're the only one trying to make it work. It's not a moment. It's not a glitch or a one-time slip. It's a pattern. It's a frequency, a hum beneath the surface that keeps throwing you off key. Red flags aren't invisible. You've just been taught to mute your instincts, to second-guess the parts of you that were trying to warn you. You've probably been trained to override your intuition. So what do you do about it? Here's what you do. You trust the moment whenever you feel uncomfortable. You listen when something feels off, even if it's not proof. You stop thinking you can change the color of the flag if you just love them harder. Red flags are not just things you see, they're things you feel. And sometimes the biggest red flag isn't in them, it's in how fast you abandon yourself just to stay close to someone. But hey, if you've been ignoring red flags your whole life, don't beat yourself up. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just learning how to see clearly. And if your intuition is still whispering to you right now, it's probably saying, hit that subscribe button before we both ignore another red flag. Subscriptions are my love language. I'll see you in the next one.